Imagine a world where you can control devices with your thoughts, where injuries heal themselves, and where machines predict your next move before you even make it. Sounds like something out of a sci-fi movie, right? But what if I told you that these technologies already exist? We often think of science fiction as a window into a distant future, a realm of imagination unbounded by the constraints of our current reality. But the truth is, the line between science fiction and science fact is becoming increasingly blurred. What was once relegated to the realm of fantasy is now stepping off the pages of our comic books and into our laboratories. Today, we'll embark on a thrilling exploration of 10 mind-blowing technologies that feel like they've been pulled straight from a science fiction film. From invisibility cloaks to self-healing materials, these innovations are redefining the limits of what's possible. These aren't just incremental advancements, they represent paradigm shifts that challenge our understanding of the world and our place within it. So buckle up, because the future is already here, and it's far more astonishing than we could have ever imagined. Let's dive in. The human brain, with its billions of neurons firing electrical signals, is the ultimate command center, a biological supercomputer unmatched in its complexity and processing power. For decades, scientists have dreamed of tapping into this neural network, of deciphering the brain's language and harnessing its potential to interact directly with the digital world. Enter neural interfaces, also known as brain-computer interfaces or BCIs. These remarkable devices act as bridges between the electrical symphony of our thoughts and the binary code of computers, allowing us to control external devices using only the power of our minds. Imagine a world where you can type an email, play a video game, or even control a prosthetic limb with just a thought. That's the promise of neural interfaces. This futuristic concept is already becoming a reality. Companies like Neuralink, founded by Elon Musk, are developing implantable BCIs that aim to achieve a seamless and high-bandwidth connection with the human brain. In a groundbreaking demonstration, Neuralink showed a monkey playing the classic video game Pong using only its thoughts, sending shockwaves through the scientific community and igniting our collective imagination. But as with any transformative technology, neural interfaces raise profound ethical concerns that we must grapple with. Imagine a world where our thoughts are no longer entirely our own, where the privacy of our minds is vulnerable to hacking or unauthorized access. These are not mere plot points from a dystopian science fiction novel. They are very real challenges that we need to address responsibly. Security becomes paramount when we're talking about direct access to the human brain. The potential for misuse is a sobering thought, and we need to establish robust safeguards to prevent unauthorized access and malicious attacks. Imagine the implications if someone could hack into your neural implant and steal your thoughts, memories, or even manipulate your actions. Beyond security, there's the question of agency and autonomy. As these technologies advance, we need to carefully consider the potential for coercion or manipulation. What happens when our thoughts can be influenced or even controlled by external forces? It's a slippery slope, and we need to tread carefully to ensure that we retain control over our own minds. The future of neural interfaces is a double-edged sword, promising incredible advancements while presenting us with complex ethical dilemmas. It's a future that demands careful consideration, open dialogue, and a commitment to responsible innovation. Invisibility, the ability to render oneself unseen, has captivated the human imagination for centuries. It's a recurring theme in mythology, folklore, and science fiction, often depicted as a superpower wielded by wizards, mythical creatures, and advanced alien civilizations. But what if I told you that invisibility, once the realm of fantasy, is inching closer to reality? The key to achieving invisibility lies in understanding the nature of light itself. Light, as we know, is an electromagnetic wave, and it interacts with matter in fascinating ways. When light strikes an object, it can be reflected, absorbed, or scattered, and it's this interaction that allows us to see the world around us. Now imagine if we could manipulate these interactions, bending light around an object as if it were flowing around a rock in a stream. That's the fundamental principle behind invisibility cloaks, devices that aim to render objects invisible by manipulating the path of light. Scientists are making remarkable strides in this field using metamaterials, artificial materials engineered at the nanoscale to possess properties not found in nature. These metamaterials can interact with light in unprecedented ways, effectively guiding it around an object and making it appear invisible. Researchers at prestigious institutions like Duke University and the University of California have already developed prototype invisibility cloaks capable of cloaking small objects from microwave radiation. While these prototypes are far from the invisibility cloaks we see in science fiction movies, they represent a significant leap forward, demonstrating the feasibility of manipulating light to render objects invisible. The potential applications of this technology extend far beyond the realms of science fiction. Imagine the implications for military stealth, where aircraft or tanks could become virtually undetectable to radar. Invisibility cloaks could revolutionize warfare, creating a new era of stealth technology that would render traditional detection methods obsolete. But the potential uses of invisibility technology go far beyond the battlefield. Imagine surgeons using invisibility cloaks to get a clearer view of underlying tissues during delicate operations, or architects using them to visualize hidden structures within buildings. The possibilities are as vast as our imaginations. However, with great power comes great responsibility. The development of invisibility technology raises ethical concerns about privacy, security, and the potential for misuse. It's crucial that we proceed with caution, establishing clear ethical guidelines and regulations to ensure that this groundbreaking technology is used responsibly for the benefit of humanity. Self-healing materials. It sounds like something straight out of science fiction, like Wolverine's mutant ability to heal from any injury. But the truth, as always, can be even more fascinating. Imagine a world where cracked phone screens repair themselves overnight, or potholes in the road vanish as quickly as they appear. This isn't just wishful thinking, folks. Scientists are already making incredible strides in the field of self-healing materials, harnessing the power of chemistry and engineering to mimic nature's remarkable ability to regenerate. At the microscopic level, these materials are designed with a special talent. They can actually reverse damage. Imagine tiny capsules filled with a healing agent embedded within the material itself. When damage occurs, these capsules rupture, releasing their payload and initiating a repair process that's almost like magic. And we're not just talking about minor scratches here. Researchers at MIT have developed a self-healing concrete that could revolutionize the construction industry. Think about it. Bridges that maintain their structural integrity for centuries, buildings that withstand the test of time. The possibilities are truly mind-boggling. Now, you might be thinking, Neil, this all sounds incredible, but when will I see a self-healing smartphone on the market? Well, the good news is that companies like Samsung are already exploring the use of self-healing polymers in their devices. Imagine a world where you drop your phone and instead of cringing, you just watch in awe as the screen repairs itself before your very eyes. It's not just science fiction anymore, folks, it's on the horizon. But of course, like any emerging technology, there are challenges to overcome. One of the biggest hurdles is cost. Producing these materials on a large scale is still quite expensive, which makes them less accessible for widespread use. However, I'm optimistic. History has taught us time and time again that when brilliant minds set their sights on a challenge, they often find a way. As research progresses and production methods become more efficient, I have no doubt that we'll see self-healing materials become increasingly common in our everyday lives. Let's dive into the quantum realm, a place where the rules of classical physics cease to apply and things get really, really weird. Now, our everyday computers, they operate on bits, which can be either a 0 or a 1, but Quantum computers, they dance to a different tune. Instead of bits, they use qubits, which can be in a superposition, meaning they can be 0, 1, or both simultaneously. It's like flipping a coin and having it land on heads and tails at the same time. This mind-bending property is what gives quantum computers their incredible power. Think of it like this. Imagine you're searching through a maze. A classical computer would have to try every single path one at a time until it found the exit. But a quantum computer, it could explore all paths simultaneously, finding the solution exponentially faster. This is what we call quantum supremacy, and in 2019, Google's Sycamore processor achieved this milestone, performing a calculation in just 200 seconds that would have taken a classical supercomputer 10,000 years to complete. Now, you might be wondering, Neil, what does all this quantum mumbo-jumbo mean for me? Well, hold on to your hats, because quantum computing has the potential to revolutionize countless aspects of our lives. Imagine a world where we can develop life-saving drugs in a fraction of the time, design completely new materials from scratch, or crack the most complex codes with ease. That's the promise of quantum computing. But with great power comes great responsibility, or in this case, potential challenges. One major concern is the impact on cryptography. See, much of our online security relies on complex algorithms that would take classical computers years to crack. However, quantum computers could potentially break these codes in a matter of hours, leaving our data vulnerable. This means we need to start developing quantum-resistant encryption methods now to prepare for the future. It's a whole new world of cybersecurity, folks. We're entering the age of predictive AI, where algorithms can analyze vast amounts of data to anticipate our needs, desires, and even our future actions. It's both fascinating and a tad unsettling, like having a digital crystal ball peering into our lives. Think about how Netflix recommends movies or Spotify curates your playlists. That's predictive AI at work, analyzing your past behavior to predict what you might enjoy in the future. But this technology goes far beyond entertainment. Law enforcement agencies are using predictive policing algorithms to identify potential crime hotspots, while financial institutions use similar technology to detect fraudulent transactions. It's all about finding patterns in the data, those subtle connections that reveal insights into human behavior. Of course, this raises some important ethical questions. How accurate are these predictions, and what are the implications if they're wrong? It's a debate we need to have as this technology becomes increasingly sophisticated. Now imagine a world where your AI assistant knows you so well that it can manage your schedule, order groceries before you even realize you're out, and even compose emails tailored to the recipient's personality. That's the future that predictive AI could bring. Convenience is certainly enticing, but it also raises concerns about privacy and autonomy. If an algorithm can predict our every move, do we truly have free will, or are we just puppets dancing to the tune of our data trails? And then there's the issue of algorithmic bias. See, these algorithms are only as good as the data they're trained on. If the data reflects existing biases in society, the algorithm will simply perpetuate those biases, potentially leading to unfair or discriminatory outcomes. So, as we venture further into the realm of predictive AI, we need to tread carefully, ensuring that this powerful technology is used responsibly and ethically. It's a delicate balance, folks, but one that we need to get right. So, you need a new organ, no big deal, right? Just hop on the wait list. Wait a few years, maybe a decade if you're unlucky, or we could just print one. That's right, bioprinting is taking 3D printing to the next level, using bioinks made of living cells to build tissues and even entire organs. Imagine a future where organ transplant lists are a thing of the past. Need a new liver? Print one. Heart giving you trouble? Just hit Ctrl+P on that biological blueprint. In 2019, researchers at Tel Aviv University did just that, creating a miniature human heart using a patient's own cells. This wasn't just some plastic model, mind you. This tiny heart had chambers, blood vessels, the works. It even contracted like a real heart, albeit on a much smaller scale. This breakthrough opened the door to personalized organ manufacturing, potentially eliminating the risk of rejection by the immune system. We're still in the early stages, of course. Building a fully functional human-sized organ is orders of magnitude more complex than a miniature replica. But hey, if we can put a man on the moon, surely we can print a new pancreas, right? One of the biggest hurdles in bioprinting is replicating the intricate structures within organs. Think about the delicate network of blood vessels, the specialized cells in your liver, or the complex architecture of your kidneys. It's like trying to recreate the entire universe in a grain of sand. But scientists, ever the tenacious bunch, are developing new techniques to overcome these challenges. They're creating bioinks with multiple cell types, using biocompatible scaffolds to guide tissue growth and even incorporating microfluidic channels to mimic blood flow. Imagine a future where a surgeon, instead of opening you up, injects a swarm of microscopic biobots carrying a payload of healing cells directly to a damaged organ. These biobots, programmed with the architectural blueprints of your body, would then proceed to repair and regenerate the damaged tissue at a cellular level. We're talking about a paradigm shift in medicine, folks. Bioprinting has the potential to revolutionize healthcare as we know it. But with great power comes great responsibility. The ethical implications of creating, owning, and even potentially enhancing human life will need to be carefully considered. Imagine a world where microscopic robots patrol your bloodstream, identifying and destroying pathogens before you even know you're sick. Sounds like science fiction? Well, welcome to the future, because nanobots are no longer the stuff of fantasy. They're real, and they're about to revolutionize medicine. We're talking about machines so small they make a red blood cell look like a giant redwood. These tiny robots are designed to navigate the intricate pathways of the human body, performing tasks at a cellular level with incredible precision. Researchers at MIT and Caltech have already developed nanobots capable of delivering cancer-fighting drugs directly to tumor cells. This targeted approach minimizes damage to healthy tissue and reduces the harsh side effects of traditional chemotherapy. But that's just the tip of the iceberg. Imagine nanobots clearing plaque from your arteries, repairing damaged DNA, or even performing microsurgery with unparalleled accuracy. The potential benefits of nanobots in medicine are staggering. Imagine detecting diseases at their earliest stages, long before any symptoms appear. We could potentially prevent heart attacks, strokes, and even cure diseases like Alzheimer's by targeting the root cause at a molecular level. And it's not just about treating existing conditions. Nanobots could also enhance our natural abilities. Imagine boosting your immune system, enhancing your cognitive function, or even slowing down the aging process itself. But before we get too carried away, it's important to acknowledge the potential risks. Introducing foreign objects into the human body, even microscopic ones, comes with inherent dangers. We need to ensure that nanobots are biocompatible, biodegradable, and of course controllable. The ethical implications of nanotechnology are profound. Who gets access to this technology? Could nanobots be used for malicious purposes? These are questions we need to answer before unleashing an army of microscopic robots within our bodies. From Princess Leia's desperate plea to Tupac's virtual resurrection at Coachella, holograms have long captivated our imaginations. But what was once confined to the realm of science fiction is rapidly becoming a reality, poised to transform the way we interact with the world around us. Forget clunky VR headsets and 2D screens. Holographic displays use light diffraction to create truly three-dimensional images that float in mid-air. It's like projecting 3D objects directly into your retinas without the need for any special glasses. Companies like Microsoft with their HoloLens and Looking Glass Factory with their volumetric displays are pushing the boundaries of what's possible. We're talking about interacting with virtual objects as if they were physically present, manipulating 3D models with your bare hands, and experiencing immersive entertainment like never before. Imagine a world where classrooms transform into interactive holographic environments where students can dissect virtual frogs without harming a single amphibian. Doctors could walk around virtual representations of your organs, getting a 360-degree view to diagnose illnesses with unprecedented accuracy. From gaming and entertainment to engineering and medicine, the applications of holographic technology are virtually limitless. Imagine architects collaborating on 3D building designs that they can walk through and manipulate in real time, or attending virtual concerts where you feel like you're part of the crowd, surrounded by life-sized holographic projections of your favorite artists. But the true power of holograms lies in their ability to bridge the gap between the physical and digital worlds. Imagine video calls where you feel like you're sitting across the table from the other person, or remote collaboration on projects with colleagues who appear as life-sized holograms in your office. The future is holographic, my friends, and it's going to be a wild ride. We humans have been dreaming of flying cars since the days of Leonardo da Vinci. He envisioned flying machines, and centuries later, we're not just tinkering with airplanes, but crafting vehicles that blur the line between them and helicopters. That's where VTOLs, or vertical takeoff and landing vehicles, take center stage. Imagine this. You're late for a meeting, traffic is a parking lot on the highway, but instead of honking your horn in frustration, you switch your car to vertical mode and lift off. No runways, no traffic jams, just you ascending above the gridlock. Companies like Joby Aviation and Lilium are making this a reality, developing flying taxis designed to navigate urban landscapes with ease. These aren't just fanciful prototypes, they're sleek, technologically advanced aircraft designed for efficiency and speed. They're electric-powered, aiming to reduce our reliance on fossil fuels, and quieter than traditional helicopters, promising a less intrusive form of air travel. It's a tantalizing glimpse into a future where commuting could involve soaring above the city streets. Of course, integrating flying cars into our existing airspace isn't as simple as plotting routes on a map. We're talking about a complex dance of air traffic control, safety regulations, and public acceptance. Just imagine the logistical challenges. Designated air lanes for VTOLs, collision avoidance systems that are foolproof, and let's not forget noise pollution concerns for those on the ground. Then there's the question of affordability. Will flying cars be a luxury for the elite, or will they be accessible to the average person? These are the questions that engineers, regulators, and policymakers are grappling with right now. The technology is breathtakingly close, but weaving it into the fabric of our daily lives, that's where the real challenge lies. And let's not forget the human element. Are we ready to share the skies with thousands of flying vehicles? Will we adapt to this new form of transportation, or will it create new anxieties and fears? These are questions that sociologists and psychologists will be studying for years to come. The dream of flying cars is exhilarating, but realizing that dream responsibly requires careful consideration of the complexities and potential consequences. It's a future that requires collaboration and careful planning, ensuring that the skies remain safe and accessible for everyone. We all know solar panels are amazing feats of engineering, harnessing the power of the sun to generate clean energy. But what about when the sun goes down? Do those panels just sit there, taking a break until dawn? Well, not if researchers at Stanford University have anything to say about it. They've developed a new type of photovoltaic cell that doesn't rely on sunlight. Instead, it captures infrared radiation, the heat radiating from the Earth's surface. Think about it. The Earth absorbs an incredible amount of solar energy during the day, and at night it releases that energy as heat. These innovative solar panels are designed to capture that heat and convert it into electricity, providing a continuous flow of renewable energy, even in the dead of night. This breakthrough has the potential to revolutionize the renewable energy sector. Imagine a world where solar panels work around the clock, providing a constant stream of clean energy regardless of the time of day or weather conditions. It could be a game changer for reducing our reliance on fossil fuels and combating climate change. Of course, as with any groundbreaking technology, scaling up production and making it commercially viable is the next hurdle. The materials used in these nighttime solar panels are more expensive than traditional silicon-based cells, and the efficiency of energy conversion, while promising, still needs improvement to compete with conventional solar technology during daylight hours. However, the potential benefits are too significant to ignore. Imagine powering entire cities with a combination of traditional and nighttime solar panels, creating a truly sustainable energy grid. Hospitals could rely on uninterrupted power supplies, and remote areas without access to the grid could have a reliable source of clean energy. But it's not just about generating electricity. This technology could have far-reaching implications for other fields as well. Imagine self-powered sensors for monitoring environmental conditions, or even powering spacecraft on long-duration missions far from the sun. The possibilities are as vast as the universe itself. The development of solar panels that work at night is a testament to human ingenuity and our relentless pursuit of a sustainable future. It's a reminder that the solutions to our most pressing challenges often lie in pushing the boundaries of science and exploring the uncharted territories of the cosmos. We're living in a world where science fiction is becoming science fact. From mind-controlled devices to self-healing materials, these technologies are reshaping the future before our eyes. Which one excites you the most? Drop a comment below and let's discuss how these innovations will change our lives. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more incredible insights into the world of tomorrow.